Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That's Liverpool. Well, well, well. You may recall in my last video, I predicted, in fact, I guaranteed that Liverpool would not win this tie. I guaranteed it. I knew handbrake Slot the moron, Slot with his hands in his pockets, Slot who's more concerned about his hair and his coat, Slot who cannot make any decision ever, would not deliver. Would not deliver. Liverpool nil, PSG 2. Champions League quarter-final second leg at Anfield yesterday, April the 14th. PSG won 4-0 on aggregate across both legs. Liverpool, with all their striking power, failed to score in either leg. 0 goals across 180 minutes. Both goals at Anfield were scored by Dembele. For some weird reason, Slot decided to drop the formation that worked so well against Fulham and played both Isaac and Ekitiki together as a front two, something they have barely done all season. Now, I didn't know this, but Isaac was only allowed to play 45 minutes. And yet, our genius manager, our footballing genius manager, decided to start him with Ekitiki, leaving him with no options in the second half should someone get injured. Salah did not start despite scoring a peach of a goal against Fulham. He came on as a substitute after poor old Ekitike got injured with an ACL and was one of Liverpool's better performers when he did come on. Isaac started off but was substituted at half time because those genius data people said he can only play 45 minutes. Why Slot did not choose to put him on, save him till the second half, I do not know. He wasn't fit enough to play 90 minutes, raising the obvious question in everyone's mind of why he started in the first place. Ekitike, as I said, unfortunately slipped, injured his ACL, and was stretchered off. The injury is serious and is probably going to be out for 9 months. I feel sorry for him. He's going to miss the World Cup, and he obviously looked devastated. Van Dijk had Liverpool's best chance of the first half, but it was blocked by a miraculous save by the goalkeeper off the line. Liverpool managed to win a penalty, which was overturned by the referee. I think it would have been a soft penalty anyway, but sometimes they're given. Joe Gomez ends up coming on and did really well, repeatedly winning the ball back. And then for some reason, our genius football manager decided to substitute him and take him off. The sub was subbed. And then Slot does what he always does. He puts our best midfielder at right back, Sabotaging. Slot, as usual, set the team up to not lose rather than to win across both legs. This drives me absolutely crazy. Handbrake Slot set the team up again to not lose rather than win. There was no clear attacking intent. In fact, there was one stage when Ekitike was looking to pass to someone in the attacking half, and all the other players were instructed to go back. So he had no support, no one to cross it to or pass it to. Absolutely ridiculous. What is the point? If I didn't know any better, I would say Arne Slot is trying to sabotage Liverpool Football Club. His decisions make absolutely no sense whatsoever. He experimented with yet another new formation yesterday in our most important game of the season. I would love to get into his head and find out what exactly is going on. What is his motivation? What is his objectives? What is the outcome he's looking for? Because it's clearly not to win. Late and overly cautious substitutions throughout. No high press, No identity, no style across both legs. Liverpool have now lost 17 league games this season. They are out of every competition. The only remaining target is finishing in the top five to secure Champions League football. Reports from late March indicate that Liverpool are in talks with Xabi Alonso since January as a potential replacement. Thank God. I've been calling out Arne Slot as a fraud since the beginning of the season. I got the heebie jeebies, as I said to you before, when we won the league last year. He looked like the cat that just got the cream. It looked like he just got a winning lottery ticket. That winning lottery ticket was Jurgen Klopp's team. Slot may have won the league last season, but that's the only reason he has not already been sacked. Sources suggest that Liverpool will publicly back Slot for now, but privately, a summer departure is expected. Thank goodness. The second half, we played some very good football. For some reason, the handbrake was taken off. We played some really, really good football. Lots of chances. None of them went in. The crowd got G'd up. But I was watching it, and from about the 60th minute, I thought and I felt to myself, this is too little, too late. It's not going to happen. I know how to read the room. I know how to read the chessboard. I'm not saying I'm right every time, but you get the feeling. You get the temperature of how a team is performing. Chance after chance after chance. Wasteful chances, an amazing goalkeeper, but it wasn't happening. For some reason, he brought his favourite player. I do not know his obsession with Gakpo. I do not know his obsession with Gakpo. Gakpo, who has been largely ineffective this season. So we're out. Billy Hogan, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, Arne Slot, four alpha males, four egos, standing in denial. The writing was on the wall at the beginning of this season. I could see it. I know you could see it. Why couldn't these people see it? Arne Slot is a fraud. He's tactically inept, incompetent. He doesn't know what he's doing. His backroom staff are equally incompetent. I want him out. Fire the fraud. Hashtag fire the fraud. I'm absolutely gutted that we have gone from champions of England to, you know what? The President of the United States at the moment has destroyed the East Wing of the White House. It's sitting there in rubble. It's a construction site, broken bricks, a broken infrastructure, and it's just sitting there. The White House, that's been there for God knows how long. I don't know when it was built. Arne Slot is doing the same thing to Liverpool Football Club. He's taking an amazing champion, Premier League champion team and is actively sabotaging it, actively destroying it. Constantly playing not to lose. What does that get you? What does that get you? I do not believe what I'm seeing. And I'm telling you something else now. We play Everton this weekend. I am guaranteeing you we're not winning that game. I'm guaranteeing you. You know why? The handbrake's coming back on again. He'll have his coat on. His hair will be immaculate. But David Moyes, who's been in the game a long time, will know exactly how to outsmart Arne Slot and his coaching staff. David Moyes will get one over on Liverpool. I guarantee you. We are might not lose, but the best we're going to do is draw. Something has to change. Something has to change. Einstein famously said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Arne Slot is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a win when he's playing to not lose. The only time I have seen this team play well was in the second half yesterday against PSG. Even against Fulham had chances. They could have nicked one or two. Yesterday we got found out again. Yesterday we had our pockets picked again, this is my wish, my message to Billy Hogan, Richard Hughes, and Michael Edwards: get rid of this man as soon as possible. Send him to Ibiza, where he can do a bit of DJing. Let him go back to Holland and manage over there. Another thing that I found really, really annoying is Arne Slot, every time he gets time off, goes back to Holland straight away. That, to me, speaks about a part time coach. He's not committed to Liverpool. He's not committed to the city. He is not committed to this project. He's a part timer. So I think decisions have to be made quickly. I've got a funny feeling we're not going to make Champions League. It's only because Chelsea is so crap that we have a chance. What do you think? What do you think? Drop a comment below. Please subscribe. Please share with your friends and let me know what you think. And please like this video. It helps the channel a great deal. We're not going to beat Everton this weekend. I'm telling you now. We're not going to beat them. This team has down tools. This team has lost faith in the manager's tactics. This team are going through the motions. This team are probably trying to protect themselves from injury before the World Cup. But this team does not believe or buy into this manager's project, which is all about negativity. And I'll tell you something. What a fall from grace. How the mighty have fallen. But it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you this weekend after we draw or lose to Everton. David Moyes must be licking his lips, and so will the players. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the weekend.